I think that was good.
Yeah, it was good. Let's keep it.
I like it.
Hiya. I'm a little tired. Where we left off, I was lost. And it's been like, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes since I recorded the last episode. And, I remember I was lost. Oh, wait, I remember. I was gonna say I forgot how to... Maybe I did forget how to do it. I don't know. I remember I had figured it out at the end of the episode. But now I forgot again. I didn't even jump. I remember it had something to do with that. Anyway, what was I talking about? I wrote a note. Pokemon Pearl. That's right. I got Pearl, played through it. Kind of just got through. And then because that was the game that the Hoenn region could transfer to. So I oh, maybe I run on the wall. I swear to God, that's it. That's all it is. Anyway, I got that one, played through it so I could transfer them. And then I put the cartridge in, and it said it wasn't that there wasn't anything in, or something like that. It said something along the lines of like, "Hey, there's no Pokemon games in." So I was like, I beg to differ, because this is a Pokemon game. And I took it out, blew on it, kept trying, but it just wouldn't work. So I looked up the cause, and it was like, yeah, it's 'cause it's a bootleg. And I checked all the signs that show that it's a bootleg, and sure enough, oh, my controller died. There we go. And sure enough, it was a bootleg game. All the signs were there. Oh, that's a shame. And I was very, very disappointed. Very sad about that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I beat Pearl. And then when I went to put Sapphire in, I noticed my game file had been deleted again. So I rushed through it for the 4th time just to be able to transfer them, only to find out it was a bootleg. And that was very, very upsetting. Made me mucho sad. So that was a fantastic game. I loved it. But it wasn't real. And then years later, I went to a Comic-Con, and they had a Nintendo booth. Hold on. Wait, that's the copper? Oh no. I'm surprised the cop, knowing that I'm onto them, wouldn't have changed the location of where they're meeting. Seems a little suspicious if you ask me. But hey, that's just if you ask me. If you ask someone else, they might tell you something different. And I respect that. But if I'm the one that you would be asking, that's what I'd say. Anyway, went to a Comic-Con a while later, and they had a whole, I don't know if it was Nintendo or just old video game booth. And I looked around and I found emeralds. Oh no. No, don't do it. Oh, he did it. I don't think I'll be okay. The pipe turned red, but what am I supposed to do with it? That's death. That surely, truly, absolutely is death. Can I go out swinging? Anyway, I found it at... Oh, I never started the timer. I'm a fool. I don't know how long it's been recording. Oh well. Saw it at the booth. It was a little pricey, but I was like, I loved Sapphire, and I don't want to risk getting it online again where I don't know. And having it at the booth, I was able to inspect it, check all the signs that Sapphire had, and it was legit. No, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Ha, fooled ya. Oh. Pressing all the buttons. Do I press Y to, like, disarm him? It was! I don't know if I can trust him. No! He was gonna give me the info I so desperately needed. I don't know why that person didn't just shoot me. I mean, letting him live... he's not really... I don't know. Loading. Leval? The 5-0. The Razas. The cops. The boys in blue. I want that. Oh, it is a shotgun. Nice. No, 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 I pressed the wrong button. How did I miss every shot? There we go. What? Oh. Oh, how convenient, a button. Wait. Does that mean it's gonna... It does mean that. This is no good, no good. No bueno. Mucho no bueno. Oh, that gave me an ouch. Not anymore. You goons. He said I'll know him. And I know the cop guy. And that's about it. So it must be the cop guy. It's gotta be. Because I don't know anyone else. Do I have to run on the wall, turn around, and then jump? That's a pretty, I guess it's not as hard as... Ooh, a door. It's just another way. Can I go this way? Guess I can, but no, no point. I vaguely remember talking about Knights of the Old Republic a little while ago and never finishing that story. So, I played it with my uncle. Well, I didn't play it. He played it. I watched him. It seemed like a fun game. I saw it at a Blockbuster. Believe it or not. Back when those existed. And, I bought it. It was on the rack where you can buy them. So I bought it. I got it. And I didn't like it much. I think it's because I was young. Why can't I run on the wall? Why is it not working? It should be working. It worked before. It has worked in the past. I know it's a feature. Oh, I gotta hold it. Why did it not work? Anyway, I think I didn't like it, and I did like it when my uncle was playing, is because he knew what he was doing. That it seems like the kind of game where it doesn't really give you much to go on. Like, it doesn't give you much direction, I think. And so I was just confused from the very start. And the way I thought was like, why should I play this if there's other games to play? So I stopped and played Sonic 06. Nah, but I actually like Sonic 06. Yeah, and here's why. Because I know a lot of people do not share my opinion. It's purely for the, what's it? Purely for the nostalgia. I was young. My mom got it for me. Well, this is unfortunate. I don't think I was supposed to make it in here. Oh, there's a button. Thank God. I thought I was going to have to restart. Anyway, my mom got it for me when I was young. We got an Xbox 360 for the family. Rather, no. No, I was. That a little wrong. Got the stories a little mixed up. So my mom had a friend who had an Xbox 360, and we would go over all the time. But he didn't have any games that a kid like my brother or I would like. They were all like mature games, and this is... when was this? After second grade. But not much. I think this was still elementary school. So I forget if it was my mom or if it was him, but one of them got each of us a game. And I I'd had experience with video games before in the past, but never an Xbox, and very little with Sonic. Now, I loved Sonic, and I still do like Sonic. I wouldn't doubt it if it's purely for the nostalgia. But Sonic Advance 2 was one of the few games I had growing up. So I played that all the time. Loved that game. But anyway, my mom, I think it was my mom, so I'll just say my mom. My mom got my brother and I each a game. And for the 360 for whenever we went over. And for me it was Sonic 06. And I loved it. Because like I didn't know what a bad game was. In my perfect little world, there's no such thing as a bad game. Just a game that's a little harder. And it was their goal to make it hard, is what I would think. I thought everything was intentional. And so I played it all the time. But then they weren't friends anymore. So I think he kept Sonic or something like that. I just know when we stopped going over there, we didn't have the games anymore. I forget what happened to them, but I was very sad because I liked that game. Out of order. Oh, whack. Can I bust it open though? Nope. Anyway. So then years later, maybe not years, I don't know, sometime later, we got a 360 for the family. And immediately, I got Sonic 06 again. Because that game's impossible, so I obviously never actually beat it when we were going over the friend's house. So, got it, played it, loved it. It took forever to beat that game. But I did. Oh, this is actually a cool little feature. The janitor spelled it wrong, so he crossed out and made another note. That's neat. But anyway, it took forever to beat that game. And this was in an age before walkthrough. Well, there were like book walkthroughs, but I didn't have anything like that. I didn't have any money. And whenever it was my birthday or Christmas, when I would get stuff, I wasn't going to waste it on a walkthrough. I would want to get a new game or something. So, oh shoot. So I was able to beat it with no walkthroughs, nothing. It was hard. And someday when I play it on the show, I'll point out there was one very specific spot I was stuck at for years. Like actually legitimately very long time. And it was near the end of the Sonic playthrough, because it has 3 different stories: Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. And if I remember right, the only way to get the end of the game is you had to... Ouch. You had to play them all. And then, like, the stories intertwine, which I thought was awesome. I thought it was a super cool concept to do something like that. Have 3 intertwining stories. Which I know other games have done that since. And it's not as rare of a thing, I guess. But for me, it was crazy. Like to have technically, from my perspective, 3 games in one where they all intertwine. that was my Infinity War when I was a kid. Having these 3 different stories where they cross over to ultimately have the final, not showdown, but the final crossover. It was awesome. But this one spot in the Sonic playthrough, I'll never forget it. It was the speed portion, because there's like different stages. There's some like more platformy like stages, and then some are like actually speed stages where you're running like 1,000,000 miles per hour. And how do I get to that stupid rail? Anyway, and the speed stages, that you were going too fast to control anything. And I got it. And so you run down this. There was one point where it was like broken debris of like a castle. And you're in like this tube of water with debris all over it. And you have to press the right buttons or something. I don't know. It was super tough for a wee child. But then I finally beat it, went into the other stories, beat those, got the final thing. And I remember the day. I remember where I was. I don't remember like the actual day of the week. I think it was during the summer. Or a weekend, or I don't know. I know it was warm out. I know it was during the day. I had a phone. I don't know. I can picture it in my head. But yeah, I remember. I can see it in my head because I was so excited because it took forever, and I have a younger brother, which made it a little more difficult because we had to take turns. So I wasn't able to just play it straight until I beat something. So say I was trying a level and I was getting farther and farther, but then it was his turn on the Xbox. I had to get off and I had to start the level anew again the next time I went on, and hope I did it a little better this time in order to beat it in time. So then I was super excited. I finally beat it. And I texted my brother. I sent him a picture. I was like, yo, finally beat Sonic 06. It was, whew. That's something to put on a resume. Beat Sonic 06 without a walkthrough. Unheard of. Also, how do I turn off this stupid fan? Oh, that's probably it. Didn't see this. Wait. I'm an idiot. That's where I came from. Where do I go? But yeah, that's why I want to play Sonic 06 so badly. Because it gets a bad rap, and it's completely justified. I can see it. Because looking back, it's a very flawed, unfinished game. But I've got that nostalgia for it. And because of that, I love it. I swear to God, that's a button, isn't it? That looks like a button. It's because it is a button. Sadly, it's not backwards compatible on a Xbox One. Do I jump on it? Oh, there's a button. That's not a button. Oh no! I do gotta jump on the train. Oh, I thought I could hop on in time. Nice. Oh. Jump to another train. What other train? That other train. This is actually really cool. And we'll continue it on the next episode. 26 minutes. Huh. That's what happens when you don't start the timer. Because my timer says 20 minutes. You lucky fellas. Longer episode. Oh well. Adios.